Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andy. If you haven't already been here and checked out some of my other videos, I encourage you to do so, kind of just fill out my vibe a little bit. Otherwise, I haven't made a video in what feels like freaking forever, and I am so glad to be back on YouTube. The other day, I posted a poll on Twitter and I was like, hey, what do you guys want to see? I'm coming back to YouTube. Do you want me just to do a spiritual update? Do you want me to kind of give you guys a little bit of advice on how to clean and cleanse your space, or would you guys just like a simple Q&A? And of course, you guys being the knowledge seekers that you are like, Andy, come back to YouTube, hit it freaking hard and show me how to clear my space. So here we are. There's so many different ways that you can cleanse your space, whether it be your home or your room or just your personal bubble that you carry around you everywhere. The reason why I feel like it's really important for you to learn how to clear and cleanse your space is so that you make sure that not any type of energy is around you. You're specifically identifying the types of energy that you want to have around you to kind of create a more harmonious vibe around your person. Like if you don't want lower energy around you, or you kind of just don't really want to feel everybody's energy so intensely, it's really good to know how to clean your space and bring it back to yourself. This is especially important if you are a highly sensitive person. I definitely encourage cleansing and clearing your space if you are highly sensitive to energy. If you feel like you walk in a room and you feel like everybody's eyes are on you because you feel how intense everybody's energy is in that room, that could be a sign that you're a highly sensitive person. So again, clearing your space, knowing how to ground down and to make sure that none of that energy is affecting you or draining you. So the first and most important thing to know is how to differentiate between a higher vibration and a lower vibration, a positive energy and a negative energy. The way that you can really do that is by simply tuning in. What that means is when you're in an environment, how do you feel in that environment? Really tune into yourself and say, okay, I'm feeling nervous. Why am I feeling nervous? Maybe it's not even your energy that you're feeling. Or, wow, this place really brings up my mood. I feel really joyful. Maybe it's because there is joy in the air. There's joy in the atmosphere. That's what you can kind of tell in your environment. Is this a good environment or a bad environment? It's like the same thing when you're meeting somebody new. You know, do you get a positive vibe from this person or a negative vibe from that person? Another good example of that is if somebody has an argument in a room and you come into the room after the argument's done, you can still feel that tension in the air. It's almost like it's kind of dense in the air, right? You can feel that anger. You're empathizing with that emotion that was left in the room. So it's really important to learn how to cleanse that out so it's not just stuck. I mean, think about it this way. We're in four walls every single day. So if I'm bouncing out negative energy or saying horrible things that are happening in my life, that is the energy that's bouncing all around and coming back at me. So it's really important to learn how to cleanse, especially your home, because this is where you want to have that relaxation time. This is where you want to have that self-nourishment time. And you don't want it to be in a low vibrational place. One of the most important tools that I personally use is sage. I use just a bundle of white sage. In fact, my little sage fella is right here. This is sage. This is like one of the bundles that I've been using for a while. Clearly it's pretty low. That's sage. That's what I use to kind of cleanse my space. Now, I'll give you an idea of how I do that, but let me just talk about some other tools to cleansing your space. Another tool that other people like to use is copal. If you've ever been in a Catholic church, the aroma or the incense that they're kind of passing around, that's copal. It's copal with frankincense and myrrh, but the main focus is copal. Copal is a type of resin that gets rid of negative energy in your household. I have a little bit of copal right here. I just want to get this out for you guys so you guys see what it looks like. It kind of looks like little crystals. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of looks like just little crystals or like little pieces of geodes. This is literally what the Catholic churches use in order to cleanse their space. It is a very powerful cleansing technique. So I would definitely maybe just start with some sage if you feel like you're not super empathetic or super highly sensitive, maybe just start with sage and notice the difference with using sage. I wasn't particularly a very hypersensitive person when I was younger. I feel like I had a lot of influences around me that just kind of like lowered my own vibration, and so I wasn't really as in tune as I am today. And I'm also the type of person that you can't just give me something and I'm not going to be skeptical about it. Like, I was a conspiracy theorist for years, so skepticism has always been in the back of my mind. I'm the type of person that I'm like, I need to try it for myself. I need to test it on myself. I need to see how I feel after doing it and using it for a while, and that's how I can kind of tell if something really works or if it doesn't work for me. I started cleansing with sage a lot because I was in yoga school, and that's kind of like what we were learning, how to kind of heighten the vibration around you, especially as you were going through all of the healing that you were going through in a yoga school. So I'm like, okay, cool. Purchased some sage, started burning it everywhere. I had kind of burned it a few times before, but it wasn't really something that I did daily, whereas I find myself doing it daily now. Personally, for me, when I started using sage, I noticed a difference. I just noticed that my mood was kind of uplifted. That was like the first thing that I noticed. I was just like, okay, like my negative energy really isn't staying much longer. So I was like, all right. And that's kind of when I started to put together the whole 4 walls thing. And I was like, dude, like you're in a space with 4 walls. Like clearly any type of energy that you speak out or any type of energy that you allow into your house, that energy kind of stays in your house. So it's important to learn how to clear all of that. And once I started learning that, it became, I became so sensitive that I could tell if it was just my leftover anxiety from that day. Like I would get ready in the morning and, you know, do my morning routine or whatever and leave for the house. But sometimes if I was like leaving in a hurry or if I was like anxious about getting to work on time, I noticed that when I came home, that's the type of energy that I came back into. So that was really, really important to me. And that was one of my biggest lessons when I learned how important clearing space is. Copal is still something that I haven't really used in my own home yet. You need a charcoal and like something to actually burn it in. I've been around a lot of copal because I work with a lot of energy healers, so that's usually what they use to cleanse their space or what they're using to cleanse their space and me as we're going through some type of energetic healing. And then my last kind of tool that I use to cleanse my space is this awesome sound bowl right here. This thing is my freaking favorite. It is beautiful. I use it in all of my yoga classes. I use it in my home. I use it just kind of whenever I need like some inner self-love, if you know what I mean. That sounded really dirty. Sound bowls have been used for thousands of years to break up subtle energy in a room or in a space, whatever work you're kind of doing. They vibrate the sound Om, which is what Buddhism and Hinduism both refer to as the first sound of the universe or the first sound of creation. Just kind of like that Om noise or like that really long vibration. So I'll kind of just like play it for you so you know what I'm talking about. See how you can just hear like that one tone? So what that kind of does is it breaks up the energy in a room. Personally for me, I just use it in my yoga classes after I'm done teaching and everybody's kind of like grounded in their own shavasana. That's when I use that tool because, you know, the students have released a lot in that room and I don't want to just allow that energy to kind of chill there. So it kind of gets all of the energy moving that's around you or in the vibration of that sound. We're the only mammals that have the ability to express our emotions. That's freaking powerful if you ask me. So words are another tool that I tend to use when I'm cleansing my space. For instance, if I don't have any of these other tools, I will literally just walk around my house and exclaim out loud, "Only light beings are welcome in my presence. Only beings of Christ consciousness or higher are welcome in my presence." It's the same thing for your vibe. That's what I kind of tell myself if I'm in a public area. Okay, I'm in my own vibe. I am protected. Learning how to affirm what you are will really help you to ground and harness all of your energy. If I'm sitting there like, oh, I'm so anxious, blah, 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 and I start empathizing with everybody else's emotions, I'm then just pulling energies from outside sources when instead I need to be tuned in to my own self and realize, hey, there's a lot of anxiety in this space, or whatever the energy is that you're feeling. There's a lot of that in this space. What can I radiate that will hopefully help uplift this type of energy? Or how can I just keep myself protected from that energy? That's also really important to know. If you are safe, say it, feel it. I am safe, I am protected. Nothing can come into my energetic field that I don't want there. And you will literally instantly feel this mood uplift. It can be as easy as that. Although these tools are extremely helpful, it's also really important not to get dependent on tools like that. You really want to make sure that you have your own energy intact, because if you're out in public, you don't always have these tools. You can't always sage wherever you are. So have that within yourself. Underline words. That is like the most important one. Just knowing that you're safe, knowing that your energy is your own, knowing that nothing can touch your energy without your permission. It's really important to know what you want and what you don't want in your energetic field, in your home, in your room, and the type of energy that you want to be left there. I would really appreciate if you guys gave me a thumbs up on this video or even just subscribe to my channel. Come along with me. I've got so many things coming up in the next few months. just for my life that I'm super excited to share with you guys. And I feel like I'm finally back in this space where I'm like ready to create, I'm feeling inspired, and I'm ready to go. So if you guys are ready to come on with me, then subscribe to my channel. I highly recommend it. I think I'm a pretty dope person. I'm sure that you're a pretty dope person. So let's be two dope people exchanging energy or vibes or just conversation, you know? I don't freaking know. It's like once you get awkward, you just can't go back from being awkward. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna go. I literally never know how to end these things. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to get interactive with me or if you have any other questions about cleansing your space, go ahead and feel free to message me on any type of social media. I've put all of my links down in the description box below. I really hope that this helped you guys, and I really hope that it even just encouraged your own journey to kind of learn how to cleanse your space or just feel it out for yourself. Like I said, I was a skeptic. If you're skeptical, try it. See if it works for you. If it doesn't, cool. If it does, cool. Let me know. Bye.